and this is the Pro Power Station with the digital gauge. This is the Fat Max. We have it at a while supplies last price of $99.85. The regular QVC price on this is $120. We're doing 5 easy payments, and let me tell you, this is heavy, and your shipping and handling is included. So it's a practical present for a family. It's really, everybody should have one of these in their garage because it is going to help save you when you have tires that go flat, when you have sports equipment that goes flat, when you lose power in the house, when you're out camping and you want some power, when you have no battery in your car, and how are you going to jump start it? This is going to be that power center, the professional power station that will do all of those things for you. Howard Irvine's here. Nice to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
So take me on a tour of this thing, because it is one powerful, big yellow Fat Max.
It is. It has what I consider the 3 most important things you can have with you when you're on the road.
Yeah.
That is the power to jumpstart your car with 700 peak amps, and that's instant starting power. You're not going to charge your battery. You're jump starting it just like another car's there, but you don't need that other car. It has a 120 psi air compressor built in. That's more than enough for any car you're going to come across. Digital gauge, so auto shut off. So we're going to see that in action.
That's
and then
cool.
It has the power station. It has 200 watts of 120 volt power. This is just like in the wall in your house. And then it also has 3 USB outlets with a 3.1 amp output. So even those big high draw items like the tablets, you're going to be able to recharge them. All that's built right in. It even has a work light on the back that you can light up and see what you're doing in an emergency.
Love it. How do I actually charge the unit? How does it get power, Howard?
Great question. Right in the front, what you're not going to need is this little pack that comes with a lot of things that are rechargeable.
Yes.
Stanley has built it right in here because FatMax is their top of the line. They reserve that name for the best of the best. And we've trusted that Stanley name for 170 years and more.
Wow.
Any extension cord, heavy duty, light duty, you flip that cover up, you plug it on. What we recommend is when you get it home to put it on for 24 hours. You can't overcharge it, so you don't have to worry about that. After that, just charge it up if you've used it, or it's 30 days just to top it off.
Okay, great. So let's take it through and kind of show everybody what it can do.
Well, one of the most important features is jump starting your car. When you're out there and that battery dies, it's unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. And a lot of people are intimidated under the hood and they don't know what to do. And jumper cables, these things are just a tangled mess. You have to know what you're doing. You could hurt yourself, damage your car. You don't need to worry about that because Stanley has built in safety features, this Fat Max. I'm going to hook it up incorrectly on purpose.
Okay.
Now you're hearing that tone sound. That tone is sounding, letting you know it's wrong. Nice loud alert. Symbol is flashing right there saying you have them hooked up backwards. So I'm going to put them on correctly, but I'm going to hook them up still a little incorrectly. Let's say there's corrosion on the terminal and you don't quite get it on. So you go to turn this power on, but you don't have a really good connection. It's letting you know again, you don't have a good connection by that beep, which will come on every 10 seconds. So then I'm going to hook them up absolutely correctly where I have good contact. It's going to beep and a little engine symbol is going to flash right there in the corner. Then you turn the safety switch to on. That's going to connect the power of that 700 peak amps to your battery. You're going to be able to get right in and start it up immediately. You're not waiting around, not recharging it.
Great.
And it goes anywhere. It's nice and flat, horizontal, sits on that engine compartment. You don't have to worry about another vehicle, waiting for roadside assistance, anything. You're on the road in just minutes.
And think about it. I mean, this is one of those gifts that maybe, you want to send to somebody ahead of their holiday traveling, right?
Absolutely.
Because this is the kind of thing you want to have in the car. I love the idea. I mean, the battery part of it for my car is great, but I also have to say, with the winter weather approaching, Howard, and worrying about power outages and winds and ice storm, I love knowing that I have a source of power in my house, right?
Yep, 200 watts of 120 volt power, and then the USBs to charge up your phone to really keep in touch.
And then this is great too. I can't tell you how many times I'll get in the car. I mean, not that it happens that often, but in my car will say low tire pressure.
And what do you do?
Well, I can't do it at home. I've got to drive with the low tire pressure to the gas station, wondering if I'm going to blow a tire on the way.
Right. Low tire pressure is dangerous. It's going to wear your tires out, give you poor fuel mileage, and it could cause a blowout. This has Stanley's signature Sure Fit tip, which threads right on, so you're not struggling putting that on there. Then you press the air compressor button, power it up. It's going to show you the flashing is what it's set at. That's what's in the tire now, 32.6. This has tenths on it even. Then you can adjust the pressure up and down with the plus and minus key till you get it just right.
So it gives you the read of what's in the tire, and then you can set it to what you want the PSI to be, and then turn it on, it'll automatically go to that point?
Exactly. I looked inside the door of the car at the sticker, inside the driver's door, saw that this tire needed 33 PSI. It's at 32.5.
Okay.
So I'm going to press the button again. I'm going to power it on. Now it's going to run, and it's going to inflate that tire up.
Okay.
And I don't have to worry about it overinflating.
Yeah.
It's just going to run and I can be carefree. You don't ever want to overinflate your tire either. And there's nothing like going down and having to check the gauge every time you put a little bit of air in. There it is on the digital gauge. You're able to see it. You're able to know what's easy as can be.
It's not that loud either,
it's not.
frankly.
No.
You know?
It actually,
I was expecting it to be a little more so.
Yes.
That's nothing, right?
It's really great. I use this more than anything else on this power station.
Oh, I bet, right? And can I use that air compressor for things like bike tires and sports equipment and those kinds of things too?
You can. I'll show you that right now, actually.
We're just looking at the
There it is,
video
yep,
so you
under
can
the
kind of
hood.
see there, right?
We keep one in every car because you're on the road, you don't know when it's going to break down.
Yeah.
You want to have that. I have one teen driver, soon to be two. I just used it 2 weeks ago. I was dropping my daughter off at school and another family had a flat tire.
Oh.
I got out my Fat Max. They were actually changing it, but their spare tire was flat
Oh gosh.
because they didn't check it.
Power to the rescue, right? With the Stanley Fat Max. I mean, this is one of those items where, let's face it, it may not be like the fanciest, coolest, techie gift, but it's one of those like necessities, right? Everybody should have a power station. Everybody should have a way to provide power to their car battery. Everybody should have a compressor. Isn't it great that it's all built into one? If you know somebody on that list who's going to be getting a new football or a basketball for Christmas, isn't it nice to know you're going to have this to be able to inflate them?
Absolutely.
And then here's that power station that we were talking about.
It's not just for emergencies, but it's certainly great for emergencies. You can take this to the beach, to a tailgate, have power to run a TV, have power to run a blender, anything you want, up to 200 watts. There's 2 outlets here.
So what kinds of things should I not try to plug in?
No
power?
hair dryers, curling irons, no microwaves. Those require higher wattages. But you see around us here, this lamp is running on that.
Lamp, right?
This TV behind us is running.
Television, really?
You could have an alarm clock radio, and then recharging your phone. It has 3 USB ports right here. Simply press the USB button and power them up. And that's going to give you up to 3.1 amps. So that's enough to charge the tablets that we see down here on the table.
Right.
Think about when your kids are out flying the drones. Plug them in here. You can take this to the park. When they've finally worn out the battery, plug it in and recharge it. Let them have some more fun.
And can you talk a little bit about, so once this is fully charged, if I had a lamp or if I'm charging my cell phone, like how many times can I do that before this goes out? How many jump starts does my car get before I have to charge it again?
Well, it's all very dependent on how much draw you're using. For example, if you're using a 40-watt lamp, you can get up to 2 hours on there. A 120-watt work lamp, 1 hour. A 65-watt fan, an hour. 25-watt, 26-inch TV, up to 2 hours. The smartphone charging, up to 12 hours on there. And that's important because the power goes out, you keep in touch with your family. The clock radio, because you have to get up, 12 hours. The laptop, 2.5 hours.
Nice.
All those things you'll be able to run if the power's out, if you're away from power. Like I say, you keep this in the car. I had one time a fuse blew, and I didn't have the 12-volt outlet or my USBs. I pulled out my power station, I plugged my phone in there to charge it up.
Great. And if I use this to jumpstart my car once, does that take everything it has?
No, you'd be able to do it again.
Okay.
But like I said, you'd want to go and recharge it again. The charging unit is built right in.
Love it. So again, $99.85. Basically, this is at a while supplies last price because we were able to work with Stanley, the company, and say, listen, we really want to offer our customers a great opportunity. So we were able to buy a large quantity of these to get you a special low price. But when these are gone, they're gone. It's as the name implies, while supplies last. So take advantage of this offer. Get this for just under $100. The shipping and handling is included. That's significant because this is heavy. Not so heavy that you can't move it, but I mean, to ship that would cost a lot of money. Shipping and handling is free, and you're getting that great 5-pay easy pay plan as well. You want to show us one more thing?
I just want to show you the car again, because I know that's what scares people a lot. Because
it is, right? It's intimidating.
Yeah, it is intimidating. And I want to show you that if you don't know anything about your car, if you can open the hood and connect this to the terminals, you can connect them incorrectly. I'm very familiar with the hood, and I accidentally did it. It was dark, and the things were dirty. They're on wrong. It's letting you know visually and audibly with that loud alarm. When you have it on correctly, it's showing you that too. There's an engine symbol letting you know it's right. You turn the safety switch to on, and you've got that 700 peak amps of power to start that car right away.
That's great. I mean, and that's great too, because if you're giving this to maybe your mother or father who's a little bit older, you know, you're not sure, do they remember how to do it? Guess what? The Stanley's going to, you know, help them know how to hook it up just right. On the other side of that, for our teenagers, like you can tell them 17 times and they'll be like, I got it, Mom, I got it. When push comes to shove, how do I jumpstart the car again?
My son has one in his car.
Guess what? They'll be able to take care of it, no problem. So stay on the line if you're dialing in for that. Howard, thank you.
Thanks, Jill.
Nice to see you.
Good seeing you.
We have a great gift idea to help keep you warm and also decorate your house at the same time coming up next. But I also want to remind you about our today's special value. This is our NFL